Hi, Aries. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aries, we're going to see what the hell your deal is, man. We're going to see the mask that you wear. It's kind of, this reading is a bit like pulling back layers of onions. So we're going to see who you really are, the mask you hide behind, why you hide your true self, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, and some outcomes if you follow the advice. So I'm doing all wild and unknown this week, Aries. Wild Unknown Oracle and Wild Unknown Tarot. Let's see what we have for the Fireball babies. Aries. Aries. The mask you wear, who you really are. Who you really are is fire. There you go. Came out, it needs to be seen. You may actually too, that is kind of a fiery divine feminine card. So whether you're masculine, feminine, or anything in between, you are at this particular point in time, because I do these readings periodically, so they're going to change depending on how our energy shifts and changes. You are, I feel like you're like really instinctively following your intuition right now. You're being guided by sort of like an inner knowing. And this is, I want to say it comes through, because it's fire, which is innately you. It's perfect. It's really, really good. It's a bit through like inspiration, passion, desires, what it is that you really want. I really get from this too, like being apex, like being at the top of your game. There really aren't many animals that could go after a tiger. All right, well, what was the mask that you're hiding behind? A spider. It's really interesting. The spider. You know, this is really... Because the spider is particularly with this, with a web, right? Like the spider sits and waits for what it is that it wants, what it is that it wants to bring towards itself. You could actually look at both of these as, you know, ways of manifesting. I want to say with this, like who you really are, you really go after what it is that you want. Like when you want something, you set your sights on it, and really there's not much that could stop you from getting that. That's who you really are, which is very much like an Aries energy, like an initiator, a go-getter. Let's do it today. Let's get her done. Who needs a plan? Let's just dive in there and see what happens. But then the spider is one that waits. So it's like you're waiting. At least that's what it looks like on the surface to people. Like you're waiting for things to happen, or you're waiting for something to come to you. But honestly, you're a little more proactive than that, I would say. It could even be something that you really have your sights set upon here. And you might be kind of, I want to say almost like playing coy. A little bit playing coy, like coming out like the spider. There's an element of your creativity that you're putting on display, I would say, with this also. But it's almost a little bit like, watch what I'm doing over here and you won't see what's going on over there. So there's a little bit of mystery here. Okay, so why you hide your true self? The vulture. I think, okay. There's some things, it's almost as if there's some things from the past that need to be removed from the present. Okay, this is a bit like waiting for the right moment. But the right moment will be dictated by certain things that used to exist in the past that would not provide a healthy new beginning from occurring. So you're playing like a waiting game here. You're playing a waiting game. That's why you're not really typically this. You look like, you know, I spun your web, I got good things will come into me, it's all good, I'm going to be patient. But this is, I mean, this does perform a bit of a waiting game, you know, when it's sitting in the grass and it's hunting, but it doesn't do that for days and days and days. Like there's an opportunity now, I'm going to go, I'm going to wait. Now's the moment, now. But, okay, something's not right. So something's not right with the vulture because something has to get cleared out so that a new beginning can happen. So how does this affect your relationship? The hyena, you appear as one thing but are quite different. Yeah, I would say that. I could see that here. Because you're showing up really, really different from who you really are, or how you really want to navigate yourself in some particular area of your life. I think that there's parts of you that are rather mysterious to some people right now. Some people may not even trust you, to be honest, because of the dark side and the light side of the moon. You've almost like you've tapped into another aspect of yourself here, and it's perhaps unfamiliar to you. I definitely feel like, because it's presented as a mask to others, that it is unfamiliar to others. So yeah, they're like, what's going on? What's going on with Aries, man? The advice for you is the starfish. Keep doing what you're doing, because the starfish is uniquely different from this side as it is on the other side of it. Keep pursuing your dreams as well with the starfish, but don't change the way you're doing it. So that's kind of good, right? No, it says whatever this is that you're kind of using of yourself, it's different. It's really different. So keep doing that. Outcome if you follow the advice. Whoa, the crocodile. It's as if what you want will come to you. Because this is another apex predator. And I think it could probably be one of the few that could take on a tiger in the right element here, right? In the right element. The tiger's trying to cross the water and the crocodile gets in there and gets it. So it almost is the outcome, if you follow this advice, to kind of, and I don't know, I want to describe it perhaps as a bit of a sneaky way of disguising how you would typically go about achieving things here, okay? And if you follow, if this is resonating, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of doing things a little bit different. I'm holding back, but I'm not. Like, I'm formulating a plan as I'm going along. I know that there's something that needs to change from my past or the past that hasn't quite changed. And it's not the time to leap forward. You're going to end up on the other side here. I would almost say it's a combination of these two. Right? Like the crocodile will sit and wait and things will come to it. And then it pounces though. Like it actively knows it's time. The gazelles will be crossing soon. It's time to go to the edge of the water and wait. Snake and fish. I just heard immediately, well, obviously you can see it, snake chasing its tail. It almost has a feeling too of like biding your time, right? And then the fish is, to me, using your intuition and guiding you to a point where you're going to kind of jump into a bigger opportunity, a bigger adventure, a bigger environment than what you're already in. But biding your time is a really unique way of biding your time. That's probably the best way to describe who you really are, but how you're showing up right now. You're biding your time. That didn't go so well. Let's try that one more time. Okay, let's add a tarot card to get a little more depth about this. Tiger. Oh, geez, the High Priestess. You got double tiger. That is so cool. And the moon. The moon is present in both of these. Oh, okay. Who you really are. You really do, like, use your intuition here. You probably, I want to say, like, you probably envision your future for yourself as well. There's really a strong element of manifester here, like magician energy, that I'm really picking up in terms of like who you are, but actually how you use it. How you use it does not actually show people who you are. It's almost like you're hiding that. And even with the high priestess energy, there's a lot of hidden things, right, that go on with that element, that archetype. So you're a tiger. I mean, maybe some of you are actually even born in the year of the tiger as well. It's coming through pretty strong. The spider, the mask that you wear. Justice. I find it's unique that we have a black and a white cat divided by a sword here. So there are two elements that are present. The mask that you hide up, it's almost like you're waiting for justice. You're waiting for justice. You're waiting for balance. But there's something about things from the past that have to be cleared out, that have to be rectified, that have to be cleansed before you perhaps strike or move forward. The vulture, why you hide your, the Son of Pentacles. This is a combination like of biding your time, but planning ahead. You're planning ahead and you're biding your time. It's a very strategic energy. And I think part of the strategy here is like how well you hide it also. Yeah, but it is very unfamiliar to others. This is just not like typically you. Hyena is how this affects your relationships. The Six of Cups. Maybe people are stuttering around you. Why can't I get it out? That's so odd. Maybe people are having difficulty communicating with you. I'm trying to talk about these two cards and it's just like, I'm almost like my mouth. It's like something's coming in and stopping me from saying something. I want to say that even people that are close to you, that was hard. It's like my lips felt funny, are having difficulty understanding you fully. There's a side to you here that people haven't experienced before. And these are people that are even perhaps quite close to you with the Six of Cups. I feel like there's a bit of mystery and mischievousness with this combination. You know, Six of Cups too can be about your inner child, childhood experiences, using those to help you make choices and, yeah, move through life. But it's really funny. I feel like the relationships it affects the most, which would make sense. Like if people know you to be a particular way, and suddenly you're acting or behaving in a very different way, those are going to be the people that are going to notice that the most, that know you the best as well. So these aren't just fly-by-night relationships. These are people that have known you for a bit of a time. And it affects those relationships the most here. Because if it's someone that you've just recently met, they don't really know what to expect, right? I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Advice for you is the Starfish. Wow, Judgment. Claim new beginnings, claim a new beginning. Do it in the way that you're doing it right now. Don't really change how you're doing things, Aries. It looks like, according to the energy right now in the cards, that it's producing a result for you that I'm guessing you would want. Like, this is like to take your new beginning. So maybe even if you've been in a period of waiting, of kind of like visual manifestation as well, it might actually be coming up to the point here where you take action on some sort of a new beginning here for you. But I really feel like on the surface, it doesn't look like you're about to execute something. So you want to keep that. Honestly, this is like nobody knows it's going to happen until it's happening. Outcome, if you follow the advice, is a crocodile. The Nine of Wands. Now, because the crocodile also sits in waiting, I feel like there's still something here that you have to wait for. Maybe it's connected to the vulture and the Son of Pentacles. Like, continue. This is steadfast, laborious perhaps. It's consistent. It is taking maybe 2 steps forward, but only 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back. You're still getting like 1 step ahead every time. The Daughter of Swords is at the bottom. So the Page of Swords. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are kind of like observing you, but like out of curiosity almost. Like, what is up with Aries? What is going on with Aries? It seems different. And you know, even the Six of Cups, it may not be people that like know you intimately, but it could be even, I'm thinking like, it could be a work environment. I'm hearing church for even some of you. Like you could know some people just in a particular environment, but they don't really know you personally. It just feels like anyone that has spent maybe a couple years or more with you. There we go. I haven't had to clarify. I'm going to clarify in this. So let's look at who you really are. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe not 3 cards. Yeah, the Tiger and the High Priestess, and they're both Tiger energy. You have the Four of Swords, the Son of Wands, and the Tower. You are preparing for some sort of... Okay, so like speaking your mind perhaps, or stating something. You're rushing forward. You're like a spring that's been held back. And then like when it's ready to go, nothing could really hold you back. It would be maybe even shocking. It would be really unexpected, I think. Because if you're showing up in a different energy right now, I feel like that's unexpected. But if you've been showing up in that energy for a time, and you might need to continue to do this with the outcome here that you have, once this feels a little more like Aries energy, like Knight of Wands, the Tower, kaboom. It's just, here I come, look out world, get ready. So you will be jumping into utilizing who you really truly are. But right now you're resting that. The mask you're hiding behind is Spider Injustice. The Ten of Wands. So there's some sort of a heavy burden here. What, you know, I want to say the mask that you wear, it is a heavy burden. Maybe it looks effortless to people, you know, because they do seem to be kind of confused. I'm like, I don't know, is Aries playing games? Aries very different. Is Aries okay? Are they sick? What's going on with them? Yeah, no, it's so if you are confusing people enough here, I feel like you're displaying this mask in a way that's like, this seems to be legitimate. Seems to be pretty easy. Like, what's going on? I don't think it is easy. Ten of Wands. I think it's quite damn well difficult for you to do this. So why you're hiding your true self? It's almost like you do need to step carefully here. It just has this feeling of like landmines or carcasses all over the savannah. And, you know, you don't want to step on a sharp bone and get a cut. Like, this stuff needs to be cleaned up before you can really charge forward, right? The Son of Wands. But so, you know, you got to do the Son of Pentacles right now. This is why you're hiding your true self, because you can't. I don't know. So Vulture and the Son of Pentacles. Why you hide your true self. Geez, the Son of Swords and the Six of Wands. You know exactly what you want. You know what it is that you want to achieve. You know what you have your eyes set on here. For some reason, I'm not really getting what that is, but it's just because the Vulture is like something that is dead and rotting, but the remains of that need to be picked away so that the area is cleansed before a new beginning occurs. So like, you are more than ready to like jump on something, but you're not. And you know when the right timing is right, and then you will jump on it, and it's all about claiming success with this. I really think too, like, people that know you really well, they would even support like whatever this ends up being. It's like, why is Aries holding back? Or why is Aries not doing something? Well, I don't know. Aries knows something. You're wound up like a coiled spring, a compressed spring, and holding it, of course, that would not be easy here. Hyena. This is how this affects your relationships. Hyena in the Six of Cups. I don't know. I think there's some people that are pretty close to you that might even be thinking you're a little bit... They're definitely seeing a side of you they've never seen before. Hyena and the Six of Cups. How this affects your relationships. Temperance. This just feels like a waiting game. You know, some people might even be sweating it out. Like there could be some people that are waiting to get an answer or something from you regarding something. I want to say you've perhaps even put some relationships on hold here. You've put some relationships on hold. And this is showing like a really different side of you. It might even be, you know, the other thing that I get with this is when, you know, you kind of behave a little bit differently. And there doesn't, like behaving differently doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. We all have the right to govern ourselves in different ways. I feel like you could be seeing different sides of people that you haven't seen before. Right? And it's almost like sweating it out. A little bit like sweating it out. And you're seeing, so what are you seeing here in these relationships? What is Aries seeing in these relationships? I feel like you're seeing different stuff. The Hermit. I think some people are rightly backed off. I think you've given people a lot to think about. You've given people a lot to think about. And these are people that I don't think that you see. Like with the Hermit, you're not seeing them. You're not seeing them clearly. And I'm not sure that they're seeing you clearly. Oh, it's really interesting. See, the advice for you. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Having a beginning. However you have to claim that. The Starfish and Judgment. The Six of Pentacles. Get anything else with that? Advice for you. The Starfish and Judgment. It's kind of like also recognizing you have more than enough abundance. Ooh, the Death card. Interesting. Because the vulture's picking something away, right? The bones of something. You still have to... The outcome, though, here is some sort of waiting. So it seems very much like, I want to say, if you're feeling held back in some area of life, you are definitely being guided to take control in other areas of your life. You know, it almost releases a bit of the tension on the spring. If there are certain ways or areas that you've been giving a lot of yourself, like that is kind of like to close that off, to finish that. Now it's interesting. So I don't know if one of the things that's changed about your behavior is perhaps maybe giving of your time, giving of your resources. And right, we're just seeing like there's a different behavior here than what people are typically used to of you. And I really feel like it's given people a lot to think about. It's given people, some people are sweating it out. I don't know why. Maybe because you used to be readily available in some sort of resource capacity. Outcome if you follow the advice. The Crocodile and the Nine of Wands. The Lovers and the Four of Cups. Okay, I'm going to say it right now. I feel like there's some things that you need to flush out here. It's kind of funny. Okay, whatever you're doing is working, right? We're getting that, and keep doing it. There's something here that you need to flush out that's not right. So, and your behavior, there's a change in your behavior that is affecting people or a person. I don't feel like that this is someone that you see very much, or if at all, with the Hermit. Now, this is almost like being shown something, being guided towards something that it's like a side of somebody that you need to see. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. I kind of got a feeling that, like, it could be open to interpretation, because I do take this card as being open to interpretation. Is it good? Is it bad? Because a whole thing about rats in, I think it was the Aquarius reading, but they just have a bad rap. They're really not responsible for, you know, how they initially got a bad rap with the Black Plague and all of that. But okay, let's see. What do you need to see here? You're going to see something. Okay, 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. What do you need to see? This is kind of seeing someone who's trying to do the best with what they have, and they don't have a lot to work with. So I don't know what, like, caused your behavior to change here, or how you show up. You know, this may not even be your whole life. It could be with one person in particular, but there's this behavior. It's having a strong effect on energy outside of you. But I feel like, and I don't know why, I don't know if, like, someone's been behaving badly, or what would cause your behavior to change. But this person is in lack. This person is in lack, and they themselves never really get to a new beginning. Like, they're kind of always trapped behind all of the mundane things that they have to do. See, now when I look at that, and I look at what you have over here, advice for you, it's like to bring an end to the 6 of Pentacles. So it does seem like you've been giving more perhaps than your fair share, because somebody's in lack here. Like, I guess we can give to people who are in lack, but at some point they need to step up for themselves, right? The snake, your underline. The 4 of Pentacles, snake chasing its tail. You're really containing your energy. And you're containing the energy that people are familiar with. So it's got, they're sweating it out. I don't know. The fish. The 8 of Wands and the Mother of Pentacles. Wow. You're, okay, because, right, you're containing your energy, and I see that here. Like, I would say you're containing an energy that someone or people are used to seeing you in, and they're not sure how to interpret it. But what you're doing is, like, you are. I really feel like you're doing all the right things. And at least what's showing up in this reading, because you're making movement here. You're communicating with things that are close to you that you want to nurture in your life. But anything else, you are, I get, like, putting boundaries around your energy. The Daughter of Swords, right? This is like watching, observing what's going on with Aries. The Daughter of Swords. There's a lot of cards. The 10 of Pentacles. The 5 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. The 7 of Cups. You might be keeping inside more often with the 10 of Pentacles. I don't know if there's some sort of a conflict outside of you with the 5 of Wands and then the 4 of Wands. It's this, okay, either somebody's waiting for you to come back into their space, or they're observing you staying in your space, right? And it is almost like wanting to kind of correct a misunderstanding, a disagreement, some sort of competitive behavior. And with the 7 of Cups, so it's really unknown. Can this be done? Is it possible? I don't know. I think you should focus on whatever you're doing here for yourself. 3 of Pentacles and the World is at the bottom. You're not building something anymore with someone or some sort of group or something going on. You're done with that shit. Yeah, actually, that's funny. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's the title of this video. Y'all know what it is before I even started. So I'm going to go do the extended Aries. In the extended, I look at how to improve your relationships. That would be really interesting because there is so much mystery and intrigue around this relationship. Like changed behavior on your part really causing almost, I would almost put like 9 of Swords in that too, but just like backing off and sweating it out. Okay. And then what would your deeper self tell you about the masks that you wear and how to release your true potential? Thank you so much, Aries. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.